Hey guys, I'm now going to show you how to make a classic Punjabi vegetable samosa. To begin with, we first heat some oil in a pan, add some cumin seeds. As it splutters, add some chopped garlic, ginger and green chili and lightly saute them with the cumin and into the oil. So the flavors are released into the oil. Then goes in turmeric powder, red chili powder and some salt. Seasoning is very important. Just a few spices. And then after you mix it together, you spoon in your boiled grated potatoes. Now as you saute the potatoes along with the spice mixture, the potato tends to absorb all the flavors of the spices into the oil and gets a very nice rich flavor of its own. It takes on all the flavors of the spices and also the color of the spice, which is turmeric and red chili. Then goes in our blanched green peas. Mix it together. If it gets slightly mashed, it does not really matter because it's going to go as a filling for the samosa. And lastly, the spice powder, which is garam masala and some chaat masala powder, and a generous sprinkling of fresh coriander leaves. The coriander leaves gives a very nice flavors to the samosa. Now once it's mixed together, we transfer it to a bowl for the mixture to cool down. We always fill the samosas with a cold filling or a room temperature, never really hot. Now the pastry dough is made out of plain flour, water, carom seeds or ajwain and some ghee. And you mix it into a firm dough, roll it out into oval shape, cut them into half. And this is the folding technique which is very important. Towards the flat side, you roll the dough inwards and you shape it like a cone and then you press the edges to seal it together. Now because we had a water brushing or a layer of water was put, that seals the dough together. Then goes in the filling. Never overfill the dough. If you fill it too much, it will tend to burst. So it has to be the right quantity of the filling inside. Generous but not too much, and the filling needs to be tightly packed. And then with a wet finger you layer the side of the top of the cone and press it together. Now when you press it together, the water and the dough helps it to seal it tightly intact. And when the whole thing is sealed together, you lightly fold in the loose part towards the inside and then press it very firmly to seal. Now sealing is very important because when you fry it, the oil will not go inside the dough and your samosa will not become heavy. I'll show you one more. So on the flat side, on the straight side, you apply some water and gently fold it inwards. And you can see the tips have to be pressed down and sealed. And that's what the water does. You seal the edges quite well. Again, a generous quantity of filling, press it down, but not too much. You don't want the samosa to burst when you fry them. Fold the samosa patti inwards on one side first, and then the loose side is again tucked inwards and you press it very firmly with your index finger and your thumb. Now this is a variation where you add a tiny quantity of water on the top layer and then lightly twist, turn and pinch the dough, and what you get is these pleats, which looks very nice. Once you fry them, you find the lovely layers of the pleats which come through. Now you always fry the samosa into hot oil, never into cold oil or warm oil. Has to be hot oil, approximately 170 or 180 degrees centigrade, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you put your samosas in the frying basket and into the oil. Never overfill the basket with samosas, otherwise the oil really goes cold. When you fry them until they are golden and crisp. Samosas are best enjoyed hot. Place them into a tray which has an absorbent paper, so all the absorbent paper absorbs all the excess oil. Now because these were tightly sealed and packed, when you fry them, the samosa don't burst. Now for plating, this is a very simple trick and a technique. You pipe some sweetened yogurt, and on each side of the sweetened yogurt you pipe in some tamarind and date chutney, and with a toothpick or a skewer just pull it outwards and you get like little lines. We call it like feather icing. Also like to put a few dots of tamarind chutney of various sizes on the plate. It looks quite nice and dramatic. Sprinkle with some pomegranate kernels. These ruby colored kernels look very nice and they taste very good with the samosas. Sprinkle some fresh coriander, and lastly some gram flour vermicelli to give it the extra color and also a nice crunch. There you have it, my very simple Punjabi vegetable samosas. Bon appetit.